Willow Creek had always seemed like a picture-perfect neighborhood, rows of neat houses with trimmed lawns, laughing children, and Sunday barbecues. But behind its charm lurked a chilling mystery, buried deep within a house that had remained vacant for over 12 years. House number 47.
People whispered about it.
Children dared each other to touch its rusted gate. The elders crossed the street when passing by. And no one, not even the boldest real estate agents, could keep a buyer interested in it for more than a few days. Something was wrong with that house. So when 29-year-old investigative journalist Maya Brooks moved into 47 Willow Creek, the entire neighborhood buzzed with curiosity. "She won't last a week," Mrs. Landry from across the street muttered to her husband, peeking through their living room blinds. "She's got guts," said her husband, sipping his tea. "Or she's just stupid." But Maya wasn't stupid. She had a purpose. She wasn't just any journalist. She specialized in stories that no one dared to cover: haunted houses, unsolved disappearances, and places with dark secrets. Her vlog, Into the Shadows, had over 1 million subscribers. But Maya wasn't after views this time. This was personal. 12 years ago, her cousin Emily Rivers vanished from that very house. The case was cold, the family torn apart, and the last person to see Emily alive, the owner of House 47, a reclusive man named Arthur Delaney, had died just 2 weeks later, allegedly of a heart attack. "I need answers," Maya whispered to herself as she unpacked her boxes in the dim-lit living room. The air felt heavy,
Cold.
like the house itself was watching. That night, the whispers began. At first, Maya thought it was the wind, but the murmurs weren't coming from outside. They echoed through the walls, like a conversation happening just beyond reach. Soft, urgent, frightened. She recorded them on her phone. When she played them back, she heard a single word: help. The next day, Maya started digging. She visited the local archives, spoke to former neighbors, and tried to piece together what had really happened in the house. Everyone had a different version. "They say Arthur was a war vet. PTSD made him paranoid," said Mr. Keller, the mailman. "I heard he had a hidden room in the basement," added Clara, the barista at the corner cafe. "Your cousin wasn't the only one," whispered old Mrs. DeWitt, her voice shaking. 3 others. All girls. All gone. That night, Maya ventured into the basement. The power flickered as she descended the creaky stairs, flashlight in hand. The air was musty, the walls stained with age. At first glance, it was an ordinary basement. Old boxes, broken furniture, and dust. But then her foot tapped something hollow. She got on her knees and tapped the wooden floorboards again.
Hollow.
Maya pried them open and uncovered a metal trapdoor, rusted shut but clearly hiding something. After struggling with it for almost an hour, she finally wrenched it open. A narrow passage stretched downward, carved into stone. Maya hesitated, heart racing. Then she descended. The air grew colder with each step. At the bottom was a small, windowless room. And inside it, chained to the wall, was a single wooden chair. The wall behind it was covered in scratch marks, desperate, clawing, human. Maya gasped and stumbled back. Suddenly, the trapdoor above slammed shut.
Trapped.
Panic surged in her chest. Maya banged on the stone walls, screamed, called for help. But the basement swallowed her cries. Her flashlight flickered, then died. Darkness. Then a whisper. This time, right in her ear. She never left. Maya bolted upright, fumbling for her backup torch. When light flooded the room, she saw it. Faint, but clear. A name, scratched into the stone wall. Emily. Below it, for more names.
And dates.
Each one a year apart. 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. Then nothing. Maya staggered back, her mind racing. Was this the serial killer's lair? Were these the missing girls? And how did Arthur Delaney keep them hidden? And why did it all stop after Emily? A cold breeze brushed past her cheek, in a room that had no windows. Then the whispers returned, louder this time, forming words. "She's still here. Set her free. Suddenly, the trapdoor above creaked open. Maya didn't wait. She climbed out and ran upstairs, her breathing ragged, her hands trembling. She slammed the basement door and locked it behind her. That night, she couldn't sleep. She sat in the living room, clutching her recorder, playing the whispers on loop. The voice wasn't just saying help anymore. It was crying and calling her name. Maya. Maya barely slept that night. The whispers were relentless. The word Maya echoed from the walls, from under the floor, even from the vents. But when she tried to record it, silence. Every time she pressed play, only one word was ever captured. Help. The next morning, Maya uploaded a teaser to her channel, showing the names on the basement wall and the hidden trapdoor. Within an hour, her inbox flooded, theories, support, and one message that made her heart stop. Emily was my sister. It was from a woman named Laura Rivers, who claimed to be Emily's half-sister, estranged from the family due to their father's second marriage. She lived just 3 towns over. Maya called her immediately. She used to talk about the house, Laura said, voice shaking. Said there was a man who watched her through the walls. I thought she was just scared. Now, I'm not so sure. Maya asked if she'd be willing to come to Willow Creek. Laura agreed. That evening, the two women stood in the living room of House 47. Laura clutched a small locket, Emily's, she said. It had her picture inside. When she stepped near the basement door, the locket flew open on its own. Maya stared at it. Then, for the first time since she moved in, the house groaned. Not the ordinary creak of old wood. This was something different. Like the whole structure was alive. Morning. They descended the stairs together. Maya led Laura to the hidden chamber, this time bringing lanterns and cameras. They found the chair, the scratched names, and something new, a handprint on the wall. Fresh. As if someone had just pressed it there. Laura walked over and laid her hand on it. And suddenly, the room went cold. She's here, Laura whispered. Her eyes began to well with tears. Emily? The lanterns flickered, then went out. Maya and Laura froze. In the pitch-black silence, a soft humming filled the room, a child's lullaby. Laura gasped. That's the song our mom used to sing. Then, out of the darkness came a voice. I tried to leave. He wouldn't let me. Maya's heart thundered in her chest. Emily. But the voice was distant, echoey, like it was coming from the stone itself. They turned the lights back on. On the wall beside the scratched names, something was written in red chalk. Behind the mirror. Back upstairs, Maya inspected every mirror in the house. Finally, in the upstairs guest room, the one she hadn't entered yet, she noticed something odd. The mirror wasn't nailed into the wall like the others. It was hinged. She opened it. Behind it, a small tunnel. Narrow but large enough for someone to crawl through. Maya squeezed in, flashlight in hand. The tunnel stretched behind the walls, running along bedrooms, closets, even the living room. A maze of spying corridors. Arthur Delaney had been watching everyone. In one corner of the passage, she found something chilling. A pile of tattered clothes, a broken doll, and an old recorder. She pressed play. A girl's voice, barely audible. He says I can leave if I stop screaming. But I have to stay quiet. I miss you, Laura. Maya's hands trembled. This was proof. Emily had been alive in here for days, weeks, who knows how long. And there was more. In a small wooden box behind a loose panel, Maya found photographs, dozens of them. Blurry, grainy, taken through vents or holes. All of young girls. All terrified, including Emily. And beneath the photos, a notebook. It was Arthur Delaney's journal. The confession. The journal painted a picture of a deeply disturbed man. Arthur believed the house spoke to him, that it needed offerings. The girls are safer here, he wrote. Out there, the world will ruin them. In here, they are preserved, untouched, eternal. Maya's breath caught in her throat. This wasn't just a madman. This was a man who believed he was saving them, that the house was alive. On the final page, dated 2 days before his death, he wrote, Emily won't stop screaming. She wants out, but she's broken the rules. The house is angry. I hear them all now in the walls.
Begging. Cursing.
I can't sleep. I can't breathe. Maybe if I go, they'll be quiet. Suddenly, a crash echoed from downstairs. Maya and Laura ran down to find the front door wide open, wind howling through the house. And on the floor, lying at the foot of the stairs, the locket.
Closed.
Laura picked it up. It was ice cold. She looked at Maya, tears in her eyes. She's gone. Maya nodded. Or she's free. The final reveal. The story went viral. Maya posted the journal pages, the photos, and the recordings on her channel. Police reopened the case. Excavations beneath the house revealed human remains, 5 girls in total, including Emily. The families finally got closure, and Arthur Delaney's crimes were confirmed. The house on Willow Creek was sealed permanently. No one wanted to live there anymore. Eventually, it was scheduled for demolition. But Maya couldn't forget one thing. On her last night in the house, she sat in the living room one final time, holding the recorder. She whispered, "Emily, I hope you found peace." And then, clear as day, the voice returned. "Thank you." The next morning, Maya left. But some say, even now, when the wind howls just right over the ruins of 47 Willow Creek, you can hear a girl humming a lullaby and whispering a name. Maya.